Sir, at this point, you're under arrest because you're not providing me with your stuff. So if you don't open your door, I'm going to break this, and then I'm going to take you out of the car, and then we're going to go to the jail.
Talk to your supervisor first.
The American police state, brought to you by Questionable Authority. Your freedom is an illusion. Good day to you all, and I hope it's a good one for you. This video is another one involving police, and it's actually a two-part video with the second part coming tomorrow. I don't have a whole lot of information about this one, other than I got it from a now inactive Telegram channel called Break Even or Fold. The person who showed it to me is an Air Force veteran, and related to me that this man in the video is also a vet. I'm not going to say a whole lot because he does a great job of explaining everything himself. I will say that I've been in this situation and I'm still dealing with the incidents currently. I didn't handle him in the same way, which is probably the biggest reason I'm still being forced in front of a god in a black robe under the threat of violence. My point is, I didn't live my own truth and stand in my power during my incident. I decided to relent to the coercion and pressure from another municipal corporation with heavily armed and intimidating policy enforcement agents just like the ones this guy faces. The difference is he kept his cool and stood in his own power in this police state we live in and got a different result. This is something that's not easy to do. It takes confidence, but most importantly, you have to remember and know you're doing nothing wrong. And in recognizing that, you also have to know it's in fact the policy enforcement agents who are in the wrong and in violation of the no aggression principle during incidents like this when there's no harm or damage done to any people or property and no one has been defrauded. This part one shows the intimidation tactics and pressure they try to put on us to coerce us to accept their offer of contract, which in reality is all it is. If you're not violating any of their corporate policies, there's no reason to enter into a contract with the corporation they represent. If you are violating one of their policies, then you must have already agreed to one of the corporation's contracts. Now, if you're violating a law, which exists in nature, where there is no lie, now that's a different story altogether. I mean, that would require a victim. Man's laws require words on paper for them to even exist. And we all know once something has been written down, it can be changed depending on who's in charge of the paper and pen, where you're located on this earth, and even what year, month, or possibly even day it is. I won't say anything more, but I hope you get something out of this video. And if you do, I suggest sharing it, maybe on some of your social media platforms, to help educate more people about what's going on in this police state we live in.
There's no crime. I didn't commit a crime. I don't want to be treated like a criminal. I don't want to be ID'd because I'm not a criminal. I'm not doing it to be rude. I don't want to be treated like a criminal just because you can't run my license plate. That is not a crime. That is not against the Fourth Amendment. You can't kick a man off his horse because he doesn't have numbers on his saddle. It is against the Constitution. You can't do this. Right? Right? I didn't commit a crime and I didn't do anything wrong and you guys are hassling me. Not having a license plate is not a crime. It is not a crime, especially during COVID. I didn't do anything during COVID where I used my signal and you know I did. You know I did. And you said you lit me up when I used my signal and you know I did. And it will be on your skill. It will be on. I'm gonna pull the FOIA. I'm gonna pull the FOIA. I didn't do a crime. I didn't do a crime. Do a crime for what?
This is your last chance. If you don't cooperate with us, you're under arrest. You're going to go to jail, and we're going to break the window to affect that arrest.
You're going to hold on. Let me say this. Because I don't want to be treated like a criminal. You're going to break my window. What crime did I commit?
You're not being obedient.
Obedience is not a crime, bro. That's what I'm saying. Obedience is not a crime. When you have a crime for me, you have something. I did not hit a car. I did not do anything illegal. A traffic violation with not having a.
And on a traffic violation.
Look at your. It is a 0 point ticket. It is a 0 point tick because it's not a. It matters when you have a constitution, dude. You are limited by the Constitution. This is why I have the phone going by the Constitution. There is no crime. I did not commit a crime. I did not do anything to be hassled by a law enforcement officer. I do not have to assist in your investigation. No, I don't. I don't have to. No, I don't have to assist in investigation where there is no crime. You didn't give me a crime, bro. You didn't tell me a crime, bro.
Okay. Are you going to continue to act like this?
Well, what am I acting like, a free man?
You're not providing me with your information.
Because I'm acting like a person that doesn't have a crime against me, and I'm being treated like a criminal. I'm a license plate is not a
Your
crime.
last warning, sir. Are you going to provide me with your information?
I can, but I'm doing it under duress because I can't. Did I just say I can and I'm doing it under duress?
Look, I'm going to break your window.
Did I just say I can and I'm doing it? Did I just say I can and I'm doing it under duress?
Sir, are you
Did I just say I can? Did I just say I can and I'm doing it under duress? Did I just say I can and I'm doing? If you do that now, you are violating. You better be very, very careful, very, very careful, because I also have a right not to be seized out of my personal property.
You do.
I know I do.
On any traffic stop, we have the right to take you out of the car. You're not providing me with anything information.
I haven't done a crime.
Traffic ticket.
I haven't done a
Look what you're
crime.
doing. You're taking it.
I haven't done a crime, bro. I haven't done a crime, bro. No. See, if it was a crime, then the Fourth Amendment wouldn't apply. The Fourth Amendment applies.
Again,
Okay, if you're violating the Fourth, if you feel comfortable violating the Fourth Amendment, if you feel comfortable doing this, if you feel comfortable doing this, then I'm not going to stop you. I will go ahead and do the things that are necessary for me to take your qualified immunity and do the FOIA.
Sir, at this point, you're under arrest because you're not providing me with your stuff. So if you don't open your door, I'm going to break this, and then I'm going to take you out of the car, and then we're going to go to the jail.
Talk to your supervisor first. Talk to your supervisor first. I am not being belligerent. I have real reason not to do this. I've already been pulled. I know this. See, I've already been pulled over. This is not. Talk to your supervisor first. I haven't done anything wrong. I have not done. You can't treat me like I've done something wrong if I haven't done anything wrong. You see what I'm saying? I haven't hit anybody with the car. If I hit somebody with the car, that's a crime. You have an investigation of a crime. I didn't commit a crime. So you have to understand that. You guys are law enforcement operators. You have to understand law and the Constitution by which you are sworn to uphold. You swore an oath to do that. It's not like I'm trying to do this flippantly. You did that. I didn't ask you to. But you have to abide by the citizenry. You got to. What's the issue? Because I didn't commit a crime. I don't like being treated like a criminal if I didn't commit a crime. Why should I be treated like a criminal? What is the issue with that?
Are you being treated like?
Yes, I am, because I'm being hassled. I have 5 cars around me for nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. No, I don't have to ID if I didn't commit a crime. A policy enforcement is not a crime. You understand that? A crime has a victim. The state cannot be a victim. You understand that, right? You get it? I haven't been rude. I haven't called you outside your name. Right? See that? It says earbud. So you can hear me closer. I took it out of my own ear.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate that. And see, he was going to threaten violence because I don't want to be treated like a criminal.
Just relax.
No, I'm not going to. Dude, this is my life. You guys have guns. You think it's funny.
You think it's funny?
Yeah, you do. You think that you have power and you think you have control and you think it's funny. You're smirking now. You think it's funny. Ha ha. Not funny. He threatened violence because I didn't commit a crime. He was going to damage my property because I didn't commit a crime. And because just like any citizen, I don't have to obey you. You're just a guy. You have a costume and a badge. That's all you are. You're just a guy. So am I. If you're doing something that is not necessarily a crime, being hassled at 3 o'clock in the morning is a hassle. That's it. Right? And being threatened with damage and with kidnapping, that's kind of a problem. Because you can't figure out who I am. That's a Fourth Amendment right. I don't have to tell you. You can't kick a man off of his horse because the saddle doesn't have numbers on it. If the horse has a broken brand, you can take it from him because it would be a stolen horse. Nothing stolen. No crime. You can't treat me like a criminal. I refuse. Get it? Understand why somebody would act this way?
No.
I know you don't. Because you're carrying a gun. You're the same guys that stood outside while people were being shot. You don't understand why things like that happen. The Aurora Police Department is undergoing one of the largest fucking payments in history for misbehavior. I understand that. They treat people like are criminals that are not criminals. And then challenges happen. This is not a challenge. Let a brother go. Nobody did nothing. I don't have a bitch in the car. I don't have nothing. And you were going to threaten violence and kidnapping because you couldn't read my license plate. That is stupid. You don't have any knowledge of what's going on in my car because it's my house as far as you're concerned. You don't have any right to invade my house. You just don't. I don't care what kind of badges you carry. Get it? Probably not, huh? Sloped forehead, long nose? Probably not. Get it?
What about my forehead?
Sloped.
Slope.
Yeah. You don't know what a slope is? That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Don't worry about it. You know what a slope head is?
I don't.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me either.
That's not nice.
How do you know? You don't even know what one is. How do you know it's nice or not?
Explain it to me.
How do you know it's nice or not? Why do I don't have to assist you with your investigation.
No.
If you're investigating what a slope head is, go Google it. I don't feel comfortable with the female officer. Just don't. I don't trust that they're trigger relations to people acting suspicious, and they have things where there's challenges. So I asked her to back off. Did she back off? No. If I was a female, that would have had to happen. But no. Right? Right? Yeah, I know you don't know, man, because it's just a job. You're just doing your job. People just do what they're doing. You're out catching all the bad guys. I know. I know. But you have a duty to understand the shit that you're doing. You have a duty to that because you swore an oath to the Constitution, not to Aurora. You see, I'm the Constitution. That's who you swore the oath to. My job is to protect your rights. That's my job as a citizen. I don't get to go around and not protect your rights. Even yours. So if I void mine, I void yours. That's a true statement. That's why people die in the military. It's true. It's so that you don't have to report yourself to authorities just because you don't have license plates on your car. It's not a crime. It's a policy. There is a difference between a crime and a policy. A crime has a victim. The state cannot be a victim. The judge is not a victim. You are not a victim. The road is not a victim. See that? Now, if I hit somebody with the car and there was damage on my car and there was an incident that I was reported from running away from, that would be an investigation of a crime. And then I have to report, then I have to give over my ID because there would be an investigation of a crime. I have not committed a crime. That's the huge thing. That's where your qualified immunity gets involved. Because, see, I haven't done a crime, so I'm innocent, and I can go after the perpetrators who try to kidnap me. That's what qualified immunity is about. In case you're doing that with some reasonable suspicion or articulated fact about a crime occurring. Not because he doesn't have not because he has license plates. See, that's uncomfortable, huh? It's uncomfortable. Yeah, I can tell. You can't wait, can you?
Huh?
You can't wait, can you? You just want to bust this out and you want to get it done.
No, I would like to get your information.
No. See, I haven't committed a crime. There's a crime. The car is not stolen. No one was hit, no burglary, no rape, no other victim. Victimless. I was just in Jefferson County. They didn't do it. In Jefferson County. In Douglas County.
What didn't they do?
They didn't pull me over because they know I didn't commit a crime. And when you do that, it's called profiling. And it becomes a bullshit thing that we get to go through all your records. And I get to ask questions like, are you under investigation already? Have you committed some acts that have reason for me to believe that I am in danger? Are you doing this because of nefarious acts? Have you been investigated by internal services, or what you guys, your internal report guys, the ones that say you are a good police officer? Have you been investigated? Because if not, you will be, because I haven't done a crime. See, I have rights. My right is to protect your rights. You have rights too, even with your hat on. Get them. My job is to make sure you got them.
Says police.
Yeah, police have rights too. Yeah, man, they do. And they're covered by the Constitution too. And if bad police are doing bad things to bad police, I would definitely go with the good police and stop the bad police. Like drunk police sitting in the middle of Mississippi in Chambers. That was an Aurora cop. That was drunk and wouldn't let the fire department in his car. Remember that? I do, because that was the same cop that ticketed me.
I wasn't on during that.
Yeah, maybe not, but it's a real circumstance. See, he committed a crime. See, that's a crime because it was against his bonds. And he has surety bonds that say he's going to treat the public right, but he didn't. So that's a crime. But he got shielded by the blue line. I don't have a blue line shield. It's called the fucking Constitution. You see? That's the difference. You may not get it. Nothing in there. You want me to show you? There's nothing in there. I don't consider searches, but you can check. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. See? Nothing in there. Nothing in there. I don't consent to searches.
Okay.
And there's nothing in there. Look at that. Ugh. Thank you.
We're just trying to find your ID, okay?
Of course you're going to try to find it, but it's like I haven't committed a crime, right? You would agree with that, right?
Traffic violation.
A traffic violation is not a crime.
Traffic violation.
It's a policy.
Stopped. It's a reason for a stop. It's a legal reason for your stop is why they stopped you. And
I didn't commit a traffic violation. I didn't commit a traffic violation. I took
with your ID information, okay?
I
That's kind of where we're standing right now.
I took a left-hand turn with the signals on.
Thanks for joining me for this video. If you like my content, share it. It's the best way to support the efforts of this channel and only takes a couple of clicks. Most importantly, stop using big tech platforms and decentralize.